Call the monthly Board of Education meeting to order. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I have a motion to approve the agenda.
Second.
All in favor, show of hands. Motion carries. Citizen statements.
Thank you, Mr. President. The district has not received any requests for citizens' participation per board policy BDDH.
Military update.
Also, we hosted the Waynesville High School prom. That was a wonderful event. I do believe we're still sweeping up glitter from another field house. So the mark has been made. I love it. And we will be hosting the Project Grad as well on Fort Leonard Wood this Friday. So once again, thank you. We also have our change of command this Friday as we say farewell to Major General Bonner and Mrs. Bonner, and we welcome General Beck and Mrs. Beck to Fort Leonard Wood community. So I invite everybody out to come out and support. And as always, thank you so much for all the support you give to Fort Leonard Wood. We could not do it without you. We have an amazing partnership with the community and our local school district. So I just want to say thank you on behalf of Fort Leonard Wood leadership.
All right, thank you. District announcements.
Thank you, Mr. President. Tonight we have here with us East Elementary. We look forward to hearing more about their work in the Spotlight on Education later in the program. Kindergarten kickoff to help parents and new kindergartners have a great start to the 23-24 school year will be held at 5:30 p.m. on Wednesday, May 17th here at the Parker Educational Center. Honors Night for seniors is scheduled for 6 p.m. Tuesday, May 16th in the Waynesville High School Auditorium. Graduation will be held Friday, May 19th at 7:30 p.m. Tickets are required to attend in person. The Waynesville Career Center's video production class, led by Tim Wallace, will be broadcasting graduation live on Facebook, YouTube, and Channel 12 TigerTV. Graduation is scheduled to be outside. However, in the event of inclement weather, graduation will be moved to inside the gym. So please keep your fingers crossed that we are able to hold an outside graduation. The last day of school for students grades K through 12 will be Friday, May 26th, and it will be a half day of school. Summer school will be held June 1st through the 29th, and there will be no school on June 19th in observance of Juneteenth.
All right, thank you. Do I have a motion to approve consent agenda items A through L?
Motion.
Ron makes a motion. Mr. Anderson second. All in favor, show of hands. Student recognition. Dr. Atkins Music Festival.
Thank you, Mr. President. We have several student recognitions this evening. We are going to start with State Music Festival. So if our students who are in band and choir, if you could line up over there, and I am going to read, I have a short bit to read here, and then Dr. Witt's going to come help with handing out certificates. On April 29th, the Waynesville High School students participated in the State Music Festival solo and small ensemble competition. WHS had a strong showing at the festival in both instrumental and vocal music. Ms. Sydney Gilmore is our vocal music teacher, and Mr. Jared Sabratasso is our band teacher, and then he has several other band instructors that assist. But we had quite a few students, which you will see as we call them up, who did very well, and we congratulate you for your hard work and the great job that you did representing Waynesville High School. So Dr. Witt. So Dr. Witt's going to call your name, and then you'll come up. I will give you your certificate, and then Mrs. Ward will direct you where to stand for a photo.
Okay. Anna Peterson. Jackson Goforth. Sierra Gard. Ayana Dreadfulwater. Viola Simram. Riku Carlson. Caden Crone. Jennifer Boyd. Aiden Seaman. Val Quintero. Luke Pullman. Ethan McCarty. Oh, that's him. Dylan Henderson. Olivia Evans. Kimber Cade. Aaliyah Bagby. Connor Long. Chloe Hayes. Blaze Moynihan. Amon O'Donnell. Tessa Campbell. Nicholas McMurray. Mackenzie Colgan. Caden Wass. Satali Arzabala. And Cassandra Plummer.
Very good. Congratulations. We'll move to the Skills USA State Leadership and Skills Conference. Dr. Atkins.
Thank you, Mr. President. If our Career Center students could line up over there and be ready for when your name is called. The Skills USA State Leadership and Skills Conference was held at State Technical College of Missouri, March 30th through April 1st. Waynesville Career Center students participated, and these are our students who placed at the state level, and a number of them will also be going on to the national competition that will be held later this summer. Congratulations on such a strong performance at Skills USA. And Mr. Callis is going to assist with reading the names.
Okay, Isabella Yo, third place Quiz Bowl. Hayden Waddle, third place Quiz Bowl. Riley O'Donnell, third place Quiz Bowl. Skylar Taggart has 2, third place Restaurant Service Technology Information and third place Restaurant Service. Ariana King, third place Aesthetics. Sierra Guard, third place CPR. Carl Garacio, second place Screen Printing. May Denham, second place Aesthetics. Caitlin Zay, second place Nail Care. Alexis Shea, second place Culinary. Ryan Henderson, second place Culinary Technical Information. Hayden Waddell, first place Television Production Technology Information. Alexis Shea, first place Culinary Technology Information. Brianna Tyson, first place Cosmetology Technology Information. Damon Plotner, first place Broadcast News. Lily Peace, first place Broadcast News. Riley O'Donnell, first place Broadcast News. And MJ Luna, first place Broadcast News.
Congratulations. '23 U.S. Army Cadet Command Drill Nationals, Dr. Atkins.
Thank you, Mr. President. If our JROTC members can get lined up and ready to go. On April 15th, the Waynesville JROTC drill team participated in the U.S. Army Cadet Command Rocky Mountain Drill National Championships. The team finished 3rd overall. This was the first top 10 overall finish for the Waynesville drill team. Additionally, the team was also awarded the trophy for the most motivated team who displayed the highest level of esprit de corps. Congratulations to our JROTC members, and Colonel Williams is going to assist with reading out your certificates and calling your names.
David Bennett. David Boyd. Jennifer Boyd. Nathaniel Copeland. I can if you want. I guess I have to do an impromptu. Nathaniel was also the first overall cadet in individual drill down, which if you don't know what that means, they stand on the floor, about 500 of them surrounded by drill sergeants giving them commands until one is left standing. And he's the one that was left standing. Caden Crone. Mason Duke. Aubrey Ellison. Jonathan Enriquez. Angel Gomez. Melissa Esquivel. Adelie Higdon. Avery Higdon. Maximilian Jorgensen. Abigail Lemond. So Joseph Mendiola, who's next, is also part of the national champion quad exhibition drill team, which means they're the guys that spin rifles, but they did them in a group of 4, and they were the top of the heap. Joseph Mendiola. Luke Pullman. Kiara Regal. Patrick Riley. The next gentleman is our drill team commander, and he was also part of the quad exhibition team. Zachary Remedies. Skylar Ringo. Zoe Ringo. Annalise Rivera. Addison Smith. Peyton Stewart. Alexia T. Penny. And the last two quad members, Christopher Torres and the last person was also the second place armed exhibition soloist, Lord Torres. Julian Vasallo. Thomas Walters. And Joshua Wellman, who is not here tonight.
Well, in that whole group, I've watched their music, I've ate their food, I've watched Tiger TV, and I've watched them guys perform. And I want to say what a great group of kids we have here at Waynesville. But what I really mean to say is we have a great group of young men and women. So one last time, give them a hand. Okay, we'll move to Spotlight on Education, East Elementary.
Thank you, Mr. President. It is my pleasure to introduce Ms. Sarah Harmon, our climate facilitator, who will present our classified and certified members.
Good evening. Our classified staff member that we would like to recognize is Mrs. Ginger Harn, our behavior tech. Mrs. Harn has a special way of helping out the students that need a break or just need to know that they are cared for. She is all over the building taking care of students, and she always has a smile on her face. What a few of our students say about Mrs. Harn is she is amazing at calming you down when you really need it. I love her because she lets me take a break when I am out of control. She helps me when I need it. She's always nice and makes sure that I am happy. She gives really good hugs and is sweet and loving. For our certified staff member, we would like to recognize Miss Amanda Wilbanks, a second grade teacher. Miss Amanda Wilbanks is an outstanding teacher who works to build meaningful relationships with all of her students. She manages her classroom with positive interactions, and her students say, the reason I like Mrs. Wilbanks is because she takes care of us and helps us learn. She does fun stuff with us, and she's funny and jokes around with us. She's really nice to all the kids. She's nice and kind, and she helps me with my reading and writing. Thank you.
At this time, I would like to talk a little bit about our PLC collaborative team to be recognized this evening. That is our special area team. This team consists of our art, music, PE, counselors, library media specialist, technology specialist, RBT, typing teacher, EL teacher, and ISS teacher. This year, they began focusing on our attendance data in January, as we had fallen below 73% of our students meeting 90/90. We are now at 76% of our students meeting the 90-90 and climbing still each week. They were creative and thoughtful in planning ways to celebrate attendance in our building. They are also an integral part of our building diversity team and our Leader in Me building beautification teams. Students say, "I love to spin the wheel when I get my attendance card filled." Our leader habits on the windows look cool. Our class loved getting pizza after spelling out "celebrate" for our attendance goals. Our East School community is honored to recognize our special area PLC team for this month's Spotlight on Education.
Congratulations to all the fine folks at East Elementary. Next, we'll move to Project Teach Quarter 4 Award. Dr. Goforth.
Thank you, Mr. President. Mr. Mike Freeman from Ed Morris Ford St. Robert is here tonight to present this quarter's $100 award.
Thank you, Dr. Goforth. I greatly appreciate that. And I would like to say it's been an honor for me to present these awards over the last, I don't even know how many years it's been. This will be my last presentation from the dealerships, from the Seller Sexton as well as Ed Morris Ford. I am retiring at the end of this month, but I encourage you to continue to reach out to the dealership because I will make them do that even though I don't have any power over them anymore. This Project Teacher is an absolutely great program recognizing our teachers. You've seen some students tonight that have been recognized for their achievements, but it takes a great teacher and leadership to make that happen. And tonight, we're going to recognize one teacher that is actually a member of a team. Mrs. Sally, come up here if you would, please. She is from our seventh grade, one of our seventh grade teachers, involving she as well as Mr. Boland, Mrs. Hunt, and Mrs. Lafferty's class that involved they participated in the simulation modeling how India's government operates and creates a law. The priority standard or learning focus for this unit is to analyze how different government systems affect people. Students were divided into 5 different political parties based on India's real political parties to ultimately write and vote on a bill to address air pollution. Now, each party had a different stance or platform on how to address air pollution, and over the course of the 4 weeks and 5 different meetings, students learned their party platforms, and they discussed the air pollution in India and possible solutions, educated other parties in the parliament about their platform, and wrote a bill to propose to Parliament, and negotiated to make changes to the bill, and voted on the bill to see if it passed and would become a law. A lot of information, but keep in mind again, as I always am so impressed, these are 7th graders that are putting this together. So what did they come up with this? So during the simulation studies, they engaged in the following skills and practices. They were dealing with reading and, can't read my own writing, synthesizing, public speaking, which I think Mrs. Salih is going to do tonight. That's the reason she was selected to get this. And compromise and negotiation. And throughout the simulation, students were engaged in learning about the legislative process. They reviewed videos of India's parliament in action and connected real-world examples to their discussions in class. And following the simulation, students debriefed with their social studies class to solidify their understanding of the legislative process, analyze how India's citizens are impacted throughout their country's parliamentary democracy, and make comparisons between India's government and other governments such as the United States, China, or the United Kingdom. And at the end of the unit assessment, students made connections to the simulation and used their experiences to support their constructed responses, demonstrating the success of the activity to improve student learning. Yes, it's over our head. But that just goes to show you how big and how deep our education process is within the Waynesville School District. I don't remember anything such as that in my 7th grade classes, but it's teachers like Mrs. Solis, her ability to teach students and put programs together like this, and this is just her 3rd year teaching with the Waynesville School District, her 4th year overall in educating. So tonight, recognizing her as the teacher of the quarter for the 4th quarter for 2023, but also a team of teachers that makes things come together. Would you join me in recognizing her and her team as a great accomplishment? Do you have any words of wisdom? No. One more time.
Mike, before you leave, I want to thank you for congratulations on your retirement, and thank you for your work from Cellular Section, now Ed Morris, and we're excited you're going to go down there and make them continue that. So, but we appreciate you. Congratulations, and a very blessed retirement. Catch some fish, buddy. Okay, Transportation Employee of the Month, Mr. Tronstad.
Good evening. Our May Employee of the Month is going to be Justin Shepard. He has worked as a bus aide for our department for less than a year. What is a bus aide, you might ask? Might require you to be a doctor, counselor, referee, lawyer, or even a custodian. On top of all that, you get to do it while your office is moving. Anyone here get motion sickness? So let's get to know Justin. What makes Justin an asset to our department? His patience with the students. He does not overreact. He has good communication skills, is very dependable. He's consistent, reliable, works well with others. It can be rare to find these characteristics, but even more rare to find someone with all of them. I think one of the challenges of being a bus aide also that's overlooked is getting along with your driver. Not everyone's personality is compatible. Justin gets along with everyone. As someone who has driven routes and had the pleasure of working with Justin as my aide, it truly puts a smile on my face when I get on the bus and see him, because he is a joy to work with. He's a genuinely good person, and I'm thankful he's a part of our team. Congratulations to Justin, our Employee of the Month, and thank you for choosing transportation to make a difference in children's lives.
Congratulations, Justin. 2023 Teacher of the Year, Dr. Atkins.
Thank you, Mr. President. Tonight, it is my honor and privilege to recognize Mrs. Sarah Luttrell as the 2022-2023 District Teacher of the Year. Mrs. Luttrell. Mrs. Luttrell teaches ceramics, exploring art, and advanced art courses at the high school. In addition to working with our WHS Art Club, Mrs. Luttrell is active in the Missouri Art Educator Association and has been nominated as the MAEA Secondary Art Teacher of the Year 3 times. She presents at state and national art education conferences. Her students have participated and won art contests at the district, state, and national levels. Additionally, she works with the Freshman Mentor Program, and she volunteers for Theater on the Square. She and her students have painted murals at WHS and throughout town. The District Professional Development Committee designed and implemented the selection process. Mrs. Luttrell will represent Waynesville in the Missouri Department of Elementary and Secondary Education Regional Teacher of the Year process this summer. The regional winner will then represent the region in the Missouri Teacher of the Year process. And so please join me in congratulating Ms. Luttrell.
Congratulations. Community recognition, Dr. Goforth.
Thank you, Mr. President. This month, the district would like to recognize Kelly Brownfield, representative from USO, and Michael Neese, manager of St. Robert's Culver's, who graciously handed out 1,400 ice cream sundaes to Waynesville students in celebration of April being the month of the military child. They were unable to join us this evening, but we wanted to recognize them for all of their efforts, so thank you.
Okay, construction update, Mr. Harrison.
Thank you, Mr. President. We have two representatives from Nabholz Construction here tonight to give us an update on the progress of the Freedom FEMA shelter.
Thanks, Aaron. I'm Tim Potoff, project manager for Nabholz Construction, and I have Greg Skoltens, executive vice president for our office in Springfield. So we're working on the Freedom FEMA Elementary School. There it goes. Okay. All right. Sorry about that. So these are pictures of the exterior of the building. This is taken about a week ago. And then this is a picture of the curb and gutter going on the project. So we've started concrete work for the exterior. And then we've also started working on painting some of the exterior doors and frames. And next we'll be working on painting the exterior of the building and the concrete. It's also a picture of the driveway there going out into the main parking lot. Again, they've started curb and gutter work on that. And then we'll also be starting some of the sidewalk and some of the main paving along that area as well. This is a picture going into the vestibule area. We've got the brickwork up and we've connected the FEMA shelter onto the main portion of the building. We've got the roofing on there as well. And then we've got, right now we have the storefront doors and windows out there on site, and they'll be installing those probably next week. These are some pictures of the inside of the building. This is back when we were painting the inside of the gymnasium. You can see there they've gotten the ceiling dry fall painted. They've also got most of the walls painted as well. And then the middle picture there is a picture of the entry going into there where we've started some of the painting of the walls. And again, these are about a week old. So currently right now they've got the doors and frames painted, and we've actually finished all the interior painting on the project. So these are pictures from last week. As you can see, we've got the gym equipment installed on the project. We've also installed some of the upper lapidary panels, which is the fabric wrap that you see up there for sound control. And then they've finished painting all of the interior portion of the main gym. And again, these are some more interior pictures where you can see the lapidary panels going up, as well as some of more of the gym equipment. Again, all the gym equipment has been finished. It's been tested, so all of that is done and installed. And actually on the inside of the building, we've got some of the paneling, the hard paneling that goes around for some of the sound control has been installed, as well as most of the light fixtures as well. So some of the upcoming stuff that we have going on over there at Freedom, the exterior concrete, again, we've started that this week. The exterior painting, we hope to get some dry weather and be able to work on that either later this week or first of next week. The flooring, we'll be working on getting that scheduled. We've got some concrete that is curing out as well. And then the interior paint will be finishing up, so that'll be painting all the door jambs, all of the bathroom and office walls, and then finishing all the trim that we have in there. Right now, we're scheduled to finish this project probably the latter part of June or first part of July. Any questions? Thank you.
Capital project update, Mr. Harrison.
Thank you, Mr. President. This will be kind of a two-part update tonight. First, we'll kind of go through some of the projects that we've been working on in FY23, and then we'll go into some of the upcoming projects in FY24. So starting off here with FY23. Transportation building. So this was a renovation. This was phase 2 of the transportation building. So I kind of went through there. This is kind of an aerial picture that I took here, kind of showing, you can see how much larger that building is now. The footprint's much larger. They have a really nice area in there to work on the buses now. You can see there on the right, the picture is a picture of one of the inside of the bays where they actually pull the buses in and work on them there. So we have a very state-of-the-art garage and where the mechanics can work on the buses. And the only thing that's really left in there, they are waiting on some parts for the electric panel. There's a supply chain issue right now of electric parts across the nation. So we've been waiting on that for a while. We expect to get those parts in here within the next few weeks, and then they'll be able to get those in and get the building completely finished. Our admin tech and storage building, you can kind of see there, I went and took another aerial picture of that. So you can see how this project, not only did we build the building, but we really kind of come in and tie together a lot of the loose ends around there with some of the paving that needed done and things like that. And so it's really helped out a lot with parking and all kinds of different things there on the admin campus. We have a lot of additional storage, which has been a big problem in the district for a while now. And then one of the other exciting things there is that we now have a 24-hour fitness center for our employees to access. And so we've already had good utilization of that and hope that employees continue to take advantage of that in the future. Freedom FEMA Shelter, kind of updated on this. This is an aerial picture as of last week. Went and took that to kind of show you how the Freedom FEMA Shelter ties in with the existing structure. The original target date was June 15th, but there's been some things with some of the rain and different things coming in that's kind of pushed that back a little bit. So as they were saying before, we're looking around 1st of July potentially now, whenever that's finished up. There are no supply chain issues with electric parts or anything like that with that building. So at this point, we're just waiting on the construction to finish. And then we'll have another great facility for multi-purpose use for sports and gym, PE classes and things like that. And then, of course, also for community FEMA shelter if the need ever occurs. HVAC controls is something we've been working on over the last couple of years. And so, we had a hodgepodge of HVAC control systems across the district. You go in from one building to the next, and there was different systems and different structures in place to control all the HVAC systems. And so we've came in and started putting these systems in place that's going to really allow us to, what it's going to do is tie everything together. And from a central standpoint, we're going to have the access to go in and be able to schedule HVAC systems to turn off and on at different times. And we started off at Freedom by doing that. And I believe we got that done around the July timeframe. And then we started measuring our utility bills coming in. And within just the first 2 or 3 months of that, I noticed about a 10 to 12% reduction in utility bills from that year to the previous year. So we believe once we get this in district-wide, we're going to realize a lot of savings from a utility standpoint. And it also gives us the ability to go in and control things much better. You can kind of see here, this is a screenshot of the control system. My mouse is going crazy here. So this kind of shows you how it breaks down. We have the access from in the software to go in. You can see every room, all the different components that are in there. You can click on each one of these and break it down even further to be able to see every individual unit and all the moving parts and all the different sensors and things in there. And then it gives us access to be able to control all of these things. So it really allows you to go in a very finite level of detail and have control over our HVAC systems. And so once we do this, we'll have one central control point for all of our HVAC systems. We've already completed Freedom and East this past year. WCC, they're working on that, finishing that one up. And then this year, we're looking to do the 3 elementary schools on the Fort Leonard Wood. So kind of excited to get that done and start saving some money on that in the future. Looking into our FY24 projects coming up, we've kind of mentioned this project for a while now, and the more as time goes on, it looks like this project may soon become a reality. There's been some recent movement from a legislative standpoint at the state level to free up some funds, and this project has actually got on a queue at the state level to where once a couple other projects gets done, then the funds are going to be freed up for us to come in. There's still a lot of things to be finalized on this project. What it's going to do is basically come in and add a secondary road from the high school down to Route 66, down on past the sixth grade center somewhere. We don't know yet where it's going to come in. We got engineers looking at it, and it's not likely to really start in FY24, but I wanted to put it on the capital projects list because we're likely to start incurring some engineering fees and some of the soft cost associated with that project. So I just kind of wanted to update you guys on that, and I'm pretty excited about that one. That one's been a long time coming. And then the second project here for upcoming for FY24, WHS bathroom renovation. So we have 4 bathrooms at the high school that we're looking to renovate, and this is kind of an example here. On the left is the existing bathroom, and they're all very similar footprints, and so this is kind of the gist of what we're looking to do here. So on the left, you see the existing layout. On the right is the new layout, and what it really does is adds, stalls in there that are floor to ceiling and really makes for a more privacy-minded solution for our students at the high school. We have several asphalt projects coming up, Partridge Elementary, Thayer Elementary, and the Waynesville Career Center. We're looking to come in this year and do some upgrade on our asphalt. We have kind of a long-range plan for our asphalt and kind of worked with Mr. Pritchard to prioritize those. And so these are the ones that we've deemed the highest priority for FY24. Roof repair, same deal with that. Mr. Pritchard and I look closely at these, and we have a kind of a long-range plan in place for this as well. So coming for FY24, we're looking to do some work on the high school and the Career Center. Some other FY24 projects to mention here. We've already upgraded the electric system at Wood Elementary last year, and so this upcoming year we're looking to we're going to order the parts for Partridge Elementary and look at actually completing the labor on that project a full year from now, which will be next summer. But we will go ahead, just because I mentioned earlier, there's a large supply chain issue with electric parts nationwide. So we want to go ahead with our capital funding this year and secure the parts that we need for that, and then the work would happen next summer. There's been some legislation recently related to schools and water systems, and so we're required to do a water testing this year. So we have that scheduled as well. Go across the district and do some water testing. HVAC controls will continue to do that, as I mentioned earlier, at the 3 post schools this year. And then we are looking to upgrade the sound system at the high school gym this year. We just upgraded last year the PA system at the football stadium, and we've had issues for a long time with the gym sound system, and so we want to look this year at resolving those issues and getting a better system in place. And then we have several miscellaneous building projects going on, carpet, tile, different things like that. Some of these things that we kind of save up to take care of during the summer. And then also one thing, this has been kind of a working document here over the last few days, and so we just had discussions here in the last couple of days and kind of deemed The turf at the middle school football field is in really bad shape, and it's getting to the point to where when we go down and groom it, we're starting to pull up chunks of turf and things like that. And so we've kind of decided that we're going to look at replacing that turf at the middle school football field this year, getting to the point to where it could be soon where we can't even use it to play football and things of that nature. That one gets a lot of extra use down there because it's shared with the sixth grade center in the middle school. And so we want to make sure we get that one taken care of so we don't have to shut that down at any point and continue use on it. Coming down the pike too, another thing I wanted to bring up. So Pick Elementary has been sitting vacant for a while now. And so we've been kind of sitting back looking at the funding and how we're going to secure that. And so Ms. Bells and I, when we were in Washington, D.C., this most recent trip we went down, there's some DOD funding where they have a list. They have a priority list of every military school district in the nation and kind of prioritize by need of how much need is there to secure funding to upgrade those facilities. And so Pick Elementary is number 76 on that list. And up until just a couple years ago, they were only working their way down like maybe 2 schools at a time. But within the last few years, they've really allocated an additional pot of money towards that. And so whenever we were there on our most recent trip, we discovered that they were down to number 72 on the list, and that it's likely that we're coming down within the next couple of years. And so same kind of deals I mentioned earlier with the secondary road. I'm going to go ahead and add that to our capital projects list for this upcoming year, just because we're likely to start incurring some of those soft costs. Whenever they say the money's there, we want to already have the engineering and those things in place to be able to jump and secure that funding. That funding, just to let you know, it's an 80-20 match. And so you're looking at probably around a $30 million elementary school that we can build for about $6 million of the district's funding. So that'll be a great opportunity whenever that money comes available, and we're excited to be ready to go on that. So, any questions?
Mr. Harrison, I do have one in regard to the bathroom renovation project at the high school. The bathrooms that are slated to be renovated, what is is it one male and one female, or what's the breakdown on that?
I believe it's we're going to do it on the 2 top wings, and so we're coming in. It's actually 4 bathrooms in total. We're going to do it in 2 phases. The first 2 is going to be the top on the top level, and then coming back next year, we're going to look at doing the other 2, which is down by the gym. I believe it's 1 male, 1 female in both locations. We would like to have knocked it all out this summer, but being realistic and we've got a short time frame, short window we can get in there and do that. And so sitting down, looking at the bids on that and talking to the construction companies, it wasn't really feasible to do all 4 without, endangering getting in the next school year. And so they're going to go ahead and secure all of the material and things required to do the whole project, but they're just going to knock out 2 bathrooms this summer and then look at finishing it up next summer.
On the diagram that you had, it looked like it was pretty close to a 1-to-1 on the male diagram that you had up there as far as the number of stalls. Is that going to be the same on each of them, on each of the restrooms?
That's been one of the goals through the project, is not to lose any capacity in the restrooms there. So I believe in every case that we may have lost 1 or 2 stalls, but for the most part, we're gonna come back with the same amount of stalls that we had before.
Thank you.
Thank you. Any other questions?
Thank you, Mr. Harrison. Textbook proposal, Dr. Atkins.
Thank you, Mr. President. The following textbook proposal is attached for review, and this is for textbooks for our AP Calculus courses. And this proposal will be brought as an action item at our June meeting.
MSSBA policy and procedure updates, Mrs. Bells.
Thank you, Mr. President. Attached for board's review and consideration is the following policies and forms which have been run through the TABS Committee review and revision process. Any comments or suggestions will be accepted between now and the June regular meeting, when they will be resubmitted for board action and adoption.
We'll move to action items. Action item A, 2023-24 salary recommendation. Mrs. Bills.
Thank you, Mr. President. Administration makes a motion to approve the 23-24 salary recommendation as presented.
Any comments or questions? Do I have a motion?
A motion.
Second.
All in favor, show of hands. Motion carries. 2023-24 Transportation Handbook, Dr. Goforth.
Thank you, Mr. President. The following attached 23-24 Transportation Handbook is presented for your review as a second reading. Administration requests approval at this time as presented.
Any comments or questions? Do I have a motion?
Motion.
Mr. Round makes a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
Harn, second. All in favor, show of hands. 7-0, motion carries. High school restroom renovation bid approval, Mr. Harrison.
Thank you, Mr. President. Administration is seeking a motion to approve the bid recommendation from Thomas Construction Company for the Waynesville High School restroom renovation project, Phase 1 and Phase 2, in the amount of $840,000.
Any comments or questions? Do I have a motion?
I'll make a motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor, show of hands. Nays? Motion carries 6-1. Avid facilitator position, Dr. Atkins.
Thank you, Mr. President. Administration requests a motion to approve the AVID facilitator position as presented.
Any comments or questions? Do I have a motion?
Motion.
Harn, motion. Do I have a second? Quinn, second. All in favor, show of hands. 7-0, motion carries. Board Policy KC, second reading, Ms. Bills.
Thank you, Mr. President. Motion to approve Board Policy KC and Board Procedure KC Community Engagement Plan as presented.
Comments or questions? Do I have a motion?
Motion.
Mr. Round makes a motion. Mr. Anderson, second. All in favor, show of hands. 7-0, motion carries. Do I have a motion to adjourn? Quinn makes a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
Mr. Anderson, second. All in favor, show of hands. We are adjourned.